the last spin-off series was canceled, and there was no brand new Star Trek series around. In this day and age of the internet, the community of friends is global. You know, they communicate with each other, with somebody in Europe or Latin America or Asia or Australia over the internet. And they started a conversation and they said, you know, let's put on our own Star Trek series. Like, you know, when I was a kid, I said, let's put on a play in my backyard. And I had my mother make the costumes and we put on a play. Well, in this case, they wanted to do a new Star Trek series. And they called it Star Trek New Voyages. And they pulled their money. They, you know, all are quite successful now. And pulled their money and built this one guy, Jim Cawley, who lives in upstate New York in the Adirondacks, put about $100,000 of his own money in to build an amazing exact replica that also replicates the slightly cheesiness of the original bridge set, and built it. It's an amazing reproduction. And they decided to do their own Star Trek episode. And they cast from this global community. And the amazing thing is, many of them, for example, the actor that plays Dr. McCoy, Bones, is a real doctor in Portland, Oregon. He's a urologist, a practicing physician. The actor that plays my character, Sulu, is a hotshot Washington, D.C. attorney. You know, they all are enormously successful, and they have some control over their lives. They can take a month out of their careers, and they all gathered in Port Henry, New York, upstate New York, and they did this episode. And then they said, you know, why don't we do a series rather than just one episode? And they started doing more episodes, and it caught the attention of Hollywood professionals. And this one director, Mark Zakri, saw that and said, I want to participate in that. This is amazing. And so Mark called me and said, would I be interested in playing that part? And he left a script with me. It was a fantastic role. It's the best role I've had in Star Trek, save for perhaps Star Trek Sixth Undiscovered Country, where I was the captain of my own starship. And so I said, yes, I'd be interested. And the rest is history. He went back, talked to James Cawley, who's the spearhead of that project, New Voyages. And last summer, they flew me to New York, and I worked on it. It was a fascinating way of working. And we're having a premiere here in Los Angeles at the Fine Arts Theater, and that too is going to be a webcast simultaneously. So I think some people back east on the East Coast are going to be staying up very late to watch the red carpet ritual of Hollywood and so forth, and then it'll be webcast for the first time at that time.